Hi, it's Lindsay with Mama Mia Lactation. Today on Pearls for the Girls, I'm going to talk a little bit about hormones and also a little bit about sisterhood. So I look a total mess because motherhood's a total mess, and it's been a wonderful full day. But the end of my day held some wonderful community with women that I totally adore, who are empathetic mothers, who are incredibly empowered women. And I walked away from that gathering and was just thinking, every mom needs a crew. Every mom needs a crew that lifts them up, that inspires them, that lets them know that every effort that they're making is visible and seen, and even the ones that aren't seen, they're validated. And then it got me thinking a little bit about hormones. So, especially in the case of breastfeeding. So in previous videos, we've talked about the two most important hormones in lactation, oxytocin and prolactin. So prolactin is the hormone that helps us make milk. Oxytocin is the hormone that allows us to release it. So interestingly, cortisol, which is our stress hormone, is a competitive inhibitor to oxytocin. Many studies have shown, as they both follow along the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Sorry, lots of big weird words, but essentially they fall along the same plane and they're inversely related. So increased cortisol, decreased oxytocin, decreased cortisol. So in other words, more milk ejection reflex, less stress response, greater stress response, less milk ejection reflex. So the picture I'm trying to paint is this. Postpartum, just pregnancy in general, being a mother in general, postpartum, having a baby, carrying a baby, all of those are very stressful moments. High cortisol levels. So as we are breastfeeding our children, we are actually kind of combating the stress response. And it's been shown in mothers who have high oxytocin levels that they do have a decreased cortisol, they have a decreased stress response. From our baseline, motherhood is highly stressful, big life change. And so there is typically a lot of cortisol going on. And oftentimes when I'm counseling moms with pumping, I encourage them to listen to their favorite music, to look at pictures of their baby, to get into a brain space where they are relaxed and really able to allow oxytocin to do its thing, rather than cortisol taking over. Breastfeeding is hard. Feeding your kid is hard. And so there's innately just a ton of cortisol cruising around waiting to get in the way. And then therein lies the importance of finding really wonderful people to surround yourself with. I know it's like a fairy and rainbow tale to think that there are empowered women all over this world. But in my experience, there really are. If you look around and reach out in an empowered manner and encourage those around you, you will attract like-minded people. And so as you're going through this, I encourage you just to reach out with love and humility and empathy, and find moms around you that will lift you up. There is so much competition and there's so much weird guilt in our world that if you find yourself surrounded by women that don't lift you up, then find a new crew. Find people that lift you up and that will help you bolster up those oxytocin levels, and so you don't have to fight cortisol so hard. It's a little bit off the cuff as far as Pearls for the Girls is concerned, but the point is oxytocin and cortisol fight a little bit. They're kind of trying to counterbalance each other, and so we got to find a way to decrease that cortisol level to allow oxytocin, that milk ejection reflex, to do its thing. And one way to do that is to find yourself a support crew. And so for those of you who are around moms who are new to the game and just had their world rocked, lift them up. Help them decrease that cortisol response, that stress response. You are awesome. I believe in you so much. You are exactly who your baby needs, and I hope you enjoy these videos.